Caitlin Clark. Remember that name? She's not just another player, she's a phenomenon. She's the young basketball phenom who took the WNBA by storm, redefining what it means to be a star in the league. Clark's electrifying playing style captivated audiences. She was must-see TV, a player who could turn the tide of a game in an instant. And the numbers proved it. Her games were consistently among the highest-rated broadcasts. Her playoff games shattered viewership records, drawing in fans from all over the country. Fans flocked to witness her magic on the court, filling stadiums and creating an electric atmosphere. Clark's presence alone brought a surge in WNBA viewership. She was a magnet for attention. She was a bona fide star, not just in the sports world, but in popular culture as well. Her first playoff game drew a staggering 1.84 million viewers, a number that stunned analysts. That number skyrocketed to 3.4 million for Game 2, showing her growing influence. These weren't just good numbers, they were unprecedented. Clark's impact was undeniable, setting new standards for the league. She single-handedly expanded the WNBA's fan base, bringing in new viewers and creating lifelong fans. Her rookie season was a testament to her star power, filled with unforgettable moments and record-breaking performances. Even in defeat, she drew a record 2.54 million viewers for her final game, proving her draw. Caitlin Clark was box office gold, a player who transcended the sport and became a cultural icon. The WNBA playoffs continued, but the energy shifted. Caitlin Clark and her team, the Indiana Fever, were out. The ratings told the story. Viewership dipped. It was a noticeable decline. Some pointed fingers. Was Clark's absence the sole reason? It was a simplistic argument, but it sparked debate. The New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces battled it out in the semifinals. The games were thrilling, but they didn't reach the viewership heights of the Clark-led Fever games. The drop was significant. The Liberty Aces matchup drew 929,000 viewers, a far cry from the millions who tuned in for Clark. It was a reality check. Individual star power, it seemed, had a tangible impact. But was it the whole story? The narrative surrounding the WNBA's ratings needed context. Yes, Caitlin Clark's absence coincided with a dip, but focusing solely on that ignored a bigger truth. The WNBA was experiencing a period of remarkable growth. This season was one for the record books. The league celebrated its most-watched regular season in 24 years. Attendance soared to new heights. A landmark media rights deal worth $2.2 billion signaled the WNBA's rising value. Digital consumption and merchandise sales exploded. The league was attracting new fans at an unprecedented rate. These achievements couldn't be ignored. The WNBA was on an upward trajectory. It was about more than just one player. It was about the collective power of women's basketball. Veteran sports journalist Jemele Hill refused to let the narrative stand. She called out media outlets for their irresponsible headlines. Headlines that directly linked the WNBA's ratings dip to Caitlin Clark's elimination. Hill saw it for what it was: lazy journalism. Headlines designed to grab attention. Headlines that lacked nuance and ignored the bigger picture. She demanded better. Hill pointed to the Liberty Aces series. It was a ratings success by any measure. It became the most-watched WNBA semifinal in 22 years. This wasn't a league in decline. Hill's voice was a necessary corrective, a reminder that responsible reporting mattered. The WNBA's story was one of growth, even with the fluctuations tied to individual players. It was a story that deserved to be told accurately. Section 5. Caitlin Clark. A Star is Born, Breaking Records. Caitlin Clark's impact went beyond wins and losses. She became a beacon of hope and inspiration for many young athletes. She was a cultural phenomenon, transcending the sport itself. Her charisma and skill drew people in, making her a household name. Her games were appointment viewing, with fans eagerly marking their calendars to catch her in action. Fans were glued to their screens, eager to witness her brilliance. Her ability to perform under pressure made every game a must-watch event. Her playoff run was nothing short of historic. Each game added to her growing legend, as she consistently delivered jaw-dropping performances. She shattered viewership records, proving her undeniable star power. Her influence extended beyond the court, impacting TV ratings and social media trends. Her ability to attract new fans was unmatched. People from all walks of life found themselves drawn to her story and her incredible talent. Clark's first playoff game drew an impressive 1.84 million viewers, a number that spoke volumes about her growing popularity. But it was Game 2 that cemented her status. The intensity and skill she displayed captivated a staggering 3.4 million viewers. A staggering 3.4 million viewers tuned in, a testament to her growing legend. Her performances were not just games, they were events. Even in defeat, Clark drew a record-breaking 2.54 million viewers for her final game. Her ability to captivate an audience was unparalleled. She captured the hearts of fans across the globe. Her reach extended far beyond the United States, making her an international sensation. Caitlin Clark was the real deal. A once-in-a-generation talent who not only excelled on the court, but also inspired millions off it. Her legacy is just beginning. Section 6. Liberty versus Aces, proving WNBA's power. The WNBA playoffs continued without Caitlin Clark. The New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces took center stage. The question lingered, could the league maintain momentum without its breakout star? The answer was a resounding yes. The Liberty Aces series captivated audiences. It was a showcase of skill, athleticism, and fierce competition. The viewership numbers spoke for themselves. The series averaged an impressive 929,000 viewers. It was a 60% increase from the previous year's semifinals. This wasn't just a blip on the radar. It was a sign of the league's growing popularity. The Liberty Aces matchup proved that the WNBA was more than just one player. It was a league on the rise, with a bright future ahead. Section 7. Rookie of the Year. Caitlin Clark's reign begins. The accolades poured in for Caitlin Clark. Her exceptional debut season earned her the WNBA's highest honor, Rookie of the Year. It was a unanimous decision. Clark received an overwhelming majority of the votes. 66 out of 67 first-place votes landed in her column. It was a testament to her dominance on the court. Her impact went beyond statistics. She electrified crowds with her dazzling play. She inspired young girls to dream big. Caitlin Clark was a role model for a new generation. The Rookie of the Year award was just the beginning. Clark's future was limitless. She was a generational talent, destined for greatness, and the WNBA was ready to embrace her reign. Section 8. Securing the Future. WNBA's Strategic Playbook. This section delves into the comprehensive strategies the WNBA is employing to ensure its continued success and growth. The WNBA found itself at a crossroads. The league had to make pivotal decisions to navigate its future effectively. The league was experiencing unprecedented growth. Attendance at games was soaring, and fan engagement was at an all-time high. But the challenge remained: how to sustain this momentum? The league needed to ensure that this growth was not just a fleeting moment, but a lasting trend. The answer lay in a multi-pronged approach. This involved not just focusing on the present, but also planning meticulously for the future. The league needed to capitalize on the excitement generated by stars like Caitlin Clark. These players brought a new level of energy and visibility to the league, but it also needed to build a solid foundation for long-term success. Strategic marketing was crucial. The league had to create campaigns that resonated with both existing fans and potential new audiences. The WNBA needed to expand its reach, connecting with new audiences through innovative campaigns. This included community outreach programs and fan events that brought the excitement of the WNBA closer to the people. Increased media coverage was paramount. The league needed to ensure that its games and stories were accessible to a wider audience through various media channels. Investing in player development was also essential. The league had to ensure that players had the resources and training they needed to excel. The league needed to nurture the next generation of stars, ensuring a steady pipeline of talent. This meant investing in youth programs and scouting for new talent across the country. Expansion was on the horizon, bringing the excitement of the WNBA to new cities and fans. This would not only increase the league's footprint, but also its fan base. The future was bright for the WNBA. The league was on the cusp of a new era, filled with potential and promise. With strategic planning and a commitment to growth, the league was poised to reach new heights. The world was watching, and the WNBA was ready to showcase its talent on a global stage. And the WNBA was ready to deliver. The league's dedication to excellence and innovation would ensure its place as a premier sports organization for years to come.